Coming first at 6, time is critical when it comes to responding to a crime scene or a fire, and the New Orleans Fire Department is looking to make some changes.
Officials say they want to improve response times and increase their presence at a scene. WDSU reporter Travers Mackel here live with us in the studio with the plan that the fire department has put on the table. Travers?
That's right, Camille. It's a suggestion the fire department says it plans to make to the city in light of the shooting that happened 2 weeks ago on Bourbon Street. An idea some people say that are working down there that they'd welcome. Charles Pelton works daily in the French Quarter, and he was just feet away from the scene when two men opened fire on each other on Bourbon Street almost 2 weeks ago.
I was here.
And he saw the panic that ensued after 10 people were shot.
Honest opinion, they were reasonably quick, but I mean, it was also a very crowded night that night.
This video shows that one NOPD officer arrived at the scene moments after the shooting, and it took more than 10 minutes for an ambulance to arrive. The New Orleans Fire Department wants the city to try something new that it feels could cut down on response time.
So unfortunately, yes, it takes a disaster, and I hope it doesn't take another one for us to realize that we should be going to fire-based EMS.
Nick Felton and the Firefighters Association says there are 30 firehouses around the city, and cross-training firefighters as paramedics could be beneficial.
We can start CPR. We can administer oxygen. If there is a shooting, we can get there quicker. If there is, a domestic violence situation, if there's a drowning, we are going to be on the scene.
What we found throughout the United States in urban populations is that our response times for EMS, they're way too long.
The Fire Association wants to present the idea to City Hall by the end of the summer and points to other cities that have adopted similar blended technique.
Atlanta, Phoenix, Dallas, Baton Rouge, okay? Accepts and embraces fire-based EMS.
I do believe that New Orleans should at least give it a chance or look at it.
A City Hall spokesperson says if the Firefighters Association presents this idea to the city, they'll address it at that time, but points out that almost all firefighters are taught basic life-saving techniques during their training. Scott?
Travers, thanks. We reached out to several fire departments across southeast Louisiana today, and we found that some parishes are already utilizing fire-based EMS.
Fire officials in St. Tammany Parish say a majority of their personnel are trained paramedics. They credit the use of fire-based EMS with improving their response times. However, there are limits on what each crew member is allowed to do, depending on the situation and their level of training.
In Tangipahoa Parish, officials in District 2 are in the process of training their personnel as EMTs. Their fire personnel, they say once certified, crew members will need to reapply for certification every 2 years. In Tangipahoa Parish, firefighters are allowed to take care of victims if a first responder is unavailable or has not arrived at the scene. In Jefferson Parish, fire-based EMS is not implemented.
Nationally, 80% of career firefighters are cross-trained, taking on a multi-role of firefighter and EMT. And 34% of career firefighters are strictly paramedics.